Good morning and welcome to Fibertown. I'm Emily. This is Alice. Right, Alice? Is that you? And September 25th, 2013. And hello! We are just on the porch again. It is still sweater weather in the morning. So I'm wearing a previous finished object today. This is the Rocky Coast by Hannah Fettig, and it's out of Malabrigo Rios in Paris Night. And hello! Hello! We are just chilling this morning. Want to say hi to a couple of people who introduced themselves in the introductions thread. Come and check out the Fibertown group if you're not on it already. And that's on Ravelry. Okay, so hello to Phyllis Joan from Santa Barbara, California. Glad you joined the group. And I've got two ladies from Pennsylvania. I've got Knit Witty, who is Margaret. Hello. And HLH74, who is Heather. And she lives near Lancaster, or I guess in Lancaster County. And I have some good friends who live in Lancaster City. And I just have to ask you, Heather, have you been to the Hoarder's Yarn Store in Lancaster? I don't remember the name of it. A hoarder, a yarn hoarder, I'm not kidding, owns this yarn store. My friend took me there. She's like, you have to come see this place. There are boxes stacked 4 or 5 high. You can barely move through the store. There's that much yarn. It is bizarre. It's like an episode of Hoarders. In some of the rooms, you can't even get to the shelves. There's 30-year-old yarn there. Some of it's really nice stuff and well organized, but the majority of this place is just shocking. Shocking. I don't want to name names because, I don't want anyone to get bad press, but it was quite a place. I had to buy a souvenir skein. I got some opal. Anyway, if you know of that place, let's talk about it, because it's just unbelievable. Anyway, hello everybody. Alice and I are having a nice fall day, and we've got some things to talk about and share with you all. We've got show and tell. Actually, there's nothing to show or tell. We have whips. We have lots of those. Spinning, lots and lots of spinning. And that's about it. Really, it's going to be kind of a short show today. So, yes. Alice is falling asleep in my arms. So yeah, we have nothing finished this week. Nothing at all. Oh, that's not true. I do have a hoe, but it doesn't count. A half-finished object. Okay, so Alice is going to say, Heidi ho. Sometimes when she's stretching, she wipes her face like this. It's really cute. She's a very cute girl. All right, bye-bye, y'all. Okay, so I have lots and lots of whips. Let's start with my son's sweater. This is out of Sirdar Country DK, and I'm making this one up. And I was really enjoying it in the beginning, and now I'm in the stockinette slog of, it's not fun. So, as you see, got a little Fair Isle-y thing down below. I've got green, chocolate brown, and the body is gray. And I'm almost ready to start the kangaroo pocket. I tried it on him yesterday. It's big, but he'll be able to wear it for a few years. So the kangaroo pocket's going to happen soon. So I will just pick up, I'm just going to sort of, isn't that a cute little charm? It's just a s'mores with a face. Kid's charm, and I put it on a ring marker. Okay, so yes, this is going to be, oops, messed a stitch up here. I'm going to center the pocket on the front and mark where it's going to go, and then I'm going to pick up through the right leg like you do an afterthought heel. I'm going to pick up through the right leg of the stitch. Is it the right leg? I think so. And then I'm going to knit up while decreasing on the sides, so we get a nice angle. And then I'll knit up as tall as I want the pocket to be, and join it to these stitches already on the needle and knit 2 together. And that'll be the pocket. So yeah, it's really boring gray stockinette right now. Not loving it, but should get interesting when I do the pocket. So that is my son's sweater. I also have, save those for last, in my mushroom bag, I have my design socks. And that is the hoe I spoke of. These socks, well, this particular sock is done. It is done, done, done. And I'm not going to show you the front, but I'm going to work on getting that pattern out to some lovely people who offered to test knit it for me. It's a really quick sock to knit. Should go very fast. So expect that if you've talked to me about test knitting, thank you, and expect to get that in your email very soon. Okay, I have another oldie, my Pine Forest blanket, which is out of my Handspun Kriya alpaca. Got about 800 and some yards of this fiber, this yarn. Seriously? I'm in the middle of a row. Okay. This is going much better than it has been. I put in stitch markers, the hubris of me thinking that I could knit this without them. Looking awesome, right? So, in the middle of a row, I can't show you how it looks stretched out, but it's going fantabulous now. There are 7 stitches between each marker, so I knit a pattern row, and then as I'm purling back, I'm counting between each marker. If I only get 6 stitches, it's really easy to add. I've usually missed a yarn over, and that's what I just add in. Drop down, take a crochet hook, and boom, you don't have to tink back, you just add a yarn over. It's squishy and lovely, and I'm very happy with the way the yarn's knitting up, the way it's holding up so far. Soon it'll be big enough to kind of cover me and keep me warm while I'm knitting. Yeah, so loving this. Yarn love, knitting love. There it is, Pine Forest. This is a free pattern on Ravelry. I believe is it the gull lace that's in the February? Yeah, it's the gull lace that's in the February lady sweater. So, I'm alternating skeins. I've already gone through one whole skein. And this is the end of the second, and there's the third I just started. So, lots more of that. Okay, that's 3 whips. What do we have next? Okay. Got something in this bag, but it is also swatchy, designy kind of stuff. So I'm not going to show that, but I will tell you it's out of some Marigold Jen MCN, which is lovely stuff. Okay, I have a new thing on the needles, and I'm designing this as well, but it's just kind of for me. I'm not sure if it's going to work out, but I have some of this Rambouillet Handspun. It's just screaming. It's been screaming at me for a few months. Knit me, knit me, knit me. Make me into a cabled hat. It's 3-ply. It's some of the best handspun I've ever done as far as consistency. And I love it. I love it. And it wants to be cables. So I'm trying. Cables are just sort of, let me see if I can get a better spot. Here's one starting to come out, right there. It's very slow going, but the stitch definition is fantastic. Fantastic! But I do have to pay attention because it's got 3 different cables in there. So, yeah, brand new whip. It's in my very first sewn bag I ever made, and it's a small one. But it's got this adorable woodland fabric with a bear and a girl picking apples. See? Aren't they cute? Anyway. Alright. Last whip. And I'm really having to hold myself back from casting on 2 or 3 more things because I love to knit. Okay, so these are my herbaceous socks, and these are being knit out of Shalimar Zoe sock. And as I said before, this yarn has issues. Came upon another broken ply. Grrr. But I'm too invested to stop right now. So, as I said, I decided to make them short. 1 repeat on the cuff. Here we go. And I'm into, I finished the second repeat on the foot. So if these are like my first pair, all I need is another half repeat, and then I can do the toe. There's the heel. You can see the heel gusset. Bottom of the heel gusset. Looking lovely. Very autumnal colors, and as I've always said, this is so much more coppery in real life. Maybe if I come back. Nope. Against the Malabrigo. Still not showing true colors. I'm knitting these on my Carbons 1.5, US 1.5 DPNs. I believe that's 2.5 millimeters. And I have to say thank you to Bets. And Bets, I'm blanking on your name, or your Ravatar. But she has sent me some Carbons DPNs that she doesn't like. They're size 1s, which I don't have. So thank you so much. I will give them a good home. I do really love these needles. So, yeah, I need to finish this. This is for the HAL, the Herbaceous Along, which goes until the end of October. And I just like to take a minute and talk a little bit about it. What's going on in the group as far as the HAL goes. Prizes. Got some lovely Lorna's Laces Shepherd Sock in the Flames colorway. Just beautiful. Lovely, lovely stuff. Donated by my friend Angie. And then I have some superwash wool from the Camel Shop. Beautiful mustards and purples and grays. Sort of a slate gray from the Camel Shop. I think they're going to be at Shenandoah this weekend. Okay, so for the HAL, let me look at and just show you guys some of the amazing stuff that's going on in that group. I mean, in that thread. It's on the Fibertown Rav group. Okay, so. A little drinky poo. All right, Denise is of the Knitting Den is knitting some, but she's knitting all the things, so see if she can get into those socks later. I think she's knitting on the Bee Leaf half pie shawl, which is beautiful, and I need to knit that. Okay, so we have, let's see, Middle-Aged Pearl. She is knitting, I think she's finished one. Beautiful green socks. That was one of her initial pictures. Stitch That has got some gold colored ones. I love those. Oh, she's using Carbons DPNs as well. What else? What else? Oh, let's see. Ravelry doesn't want to load today. Sorry about this. Okay, there's Middle-Aged Pearl's finished sock. Ooh, there's the gold sock in progress again from Stitch That. And what else? Ooh, Miss Lily Knits. She finished a teal pair. Beautiful. She did short cuffs too, which works. And let's see. Oh, another teal pair. Sheep Therapy. She's got a beautiful one. Let's see. Oh, Flaneuse. Oh my gosh, she's doing 2 at a time. Beautiful. I love that too. This pattern takes, you can do a tonal almost to variegated yarn, and this pattern works for those kinds of yarns. If it's too variegated, you're going to lose the pattern. Mama to Lillian Devon is doing a beautiful green one, and looks like she's using Chowgu needles. She has the color wheel on Etsy, and that beautiful green is her colorway Lush on a BFL silk cashmere base. Want that. Anyway, so that's what's happening in the HAL. Thought I'd give you guys, if you haven't been looking at that thread, a little peek at what people are making. That's it for my whips. But I have spun all the things this week. All of them. Let's see. I'm going to start with my Poonies from Gourmet Stash. Okay, I have finished my Poonies in Space. Yes, indeed I have. These were on the thicker side. I spun these on my Trindle. It's a 3-ply. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous color. So these were done on my Trindle, which I do love to spin on. And got a little bit, the yardage was a wee bit smaller, just by 5 yards or so, than my other skeins. The Punies in Space was merino alpaca silk. And I spun on the Trindle, as I said. Oh, where's my, here it is. And I plied on my Shocked high-low spindle. This was the first spindle I ever got. It's got a little Shocked sheep under there. I have some old plied wool on there. I don't know why. So I plied on this, old school. Didn't take too long. It was fun. So yeah, here's my, so far, basket of completed Puni skeins. This was Sweet Sister, Chocolate Chianti, Sakura, and Punies in Space. And this is the beginnings of my Albers cowl right here. The Sakura was done on my Tibetan spindle, my supported spindle from the Spanish Peacock. Don't know why I couldn't think of that. It's definitely the thinnest. You can really go thin on a supported spindle. So I'm headed to the Spanish Peacock also this weekend. Yes, indeed. Anyway, very proud of this little basket, and I will be coming back from Shenandoah with a lot more Punies. Okay, I also have spun myself all of the fin. 20 ounces, baby. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Still smells like lanolin. This is from Finnegan's Flock, and this is 940 yards approximately. It is a 3-ply woolen spun, and this is going to become a sweater. Probably a cardigan. Fin is a medium staple length. Not as soft, nowhere near as soft as merino or Rambouillet, or those finer wools, but it's a little bit scratchier than BFL, but I don't find it too bad. So, this is my first sweater quantity that I've spun, and it's not, it's not 1,000 yards. So I'm gonna have to watch carefully what I do, but 20 ounces in a couple weeks, that's not bad. I have estimated how much I've spun since January, and I think it's in the neighborhood of 8 pounds. I didn't set out to spin, a certain poundage in 2013, but if I want, I could totally do 13 pounds. 13 and 13. So I've got to start knitting down my handspun stash. It's exploding out of its basket. However, I have added something else to it. This was the Hobbledehoy Bat Bear Island, 3.8 ounces of everything but the kitchen sink in here. I don't have the little card that says exactly what's in here, but look at here. Came out better and more beautiful than I could have imagined. Just a straight up, randomly divide it in half and go. I tried, it has a lot of interesting stuff like these baby BFL locks. You can see them right here. So those locks, those curly locks, see them right there. There's faux cashmere, there's sari silk. So what I tried to do, there's 2 kinds of sparkle. What I tried to do was, if I have something like faux cashmere or silk or sari silk, I always try to make sure I have some wool content that I'm drafting with it at the same time. Otherwise, either it doesn't want to draft as well or it doesn't want to stick together as well. The wool is like glue in these bats. I try to make sure I have some natural fibers to go with the artificial fibers. Just, I think it spins better. Just the combinations of colors are just kind of endless here. You might be asking, Emily, what are you going to knit with that? Have you seen the Capucine hat? Just skein this up. Oh, this was 142 yards. And it's chunky, more or less. Let me see if I can pull up the Capucine hat. I am into this pattern. I want to make it. And what's really cool about this pattern is the designer says, feel free to make it for profit or for charity. Not often you come across a pattern like that. Adela, the pattern designer's name is Adela Ilichmanova. But I love this hat. I think it's super cute. And it's for a bulky. Look at that. It'd be very warm, very cute. I don't know about all the tassels involved, but I think it's really, really cute. I think that might become one of those. There are 3,700 plus projects on Ravelry for this hat, so it's a popular one. At any rate, yes, I think that's a great use of a crazy bat like that. I think that'll be cute. Is that it for my spinning? What else did I want to tell you? Oh, I did not split evenly. I didn't even use my scale. I just ripped into this bat because I wanted some color after all that gray. So I ended up with one bobbin being kind of significantly larger. Where's Alice? She's gone. Significantly larger than the other. And so I made a little Andean plying bracelet and finished it off and kept it all in one skein. Have you ever done that? If you have extras, go on YouTube. You basically wind your leftovers around your hand in a certain way that when you're done winding, you pull it off and you put it on your wrist and it becomes a little bracelet, and you can ply from both ends. 2-ply. So that's a very handy little spinning technique. This is going in the Fat Squirrel. Squirrel it away. Cal, Sal, Wow. And that's because hobbledehoy for me is a once-a-year thing, and I do tend to hold on to it. It's Maryland Sheep and Wool. I don't buy often from Etsy, but I do treasure these, and they're special because I can only get them once a year. First full weekend of May. All right, so you all know that there's a little event coming up this weekend, and that's Shenandoah Valley Fiber Festival in Berryville, Virginia. And I'm about to go and scour my house and my car for loose change and take it to the bank where they have like a Coinstar thing and convert all my change into wool money because I'm classy like that. Yeah, so I plan to come back with a lot of acquisitions, and should be excellent fun. There's a podcaster meetup at 12. If you don't want to come to that, that's cool. Just, say hi to me. I'll have my pins, and don't be offended if you don't want one. But yay! I have heard from several people that are coming, and I'm very excited to meet folks and just have a fantastic time. It's pretty good food, and it's a very mellow festival. Who is going to be there? Gourmet Stash. Did you know she named a colorway after me? It's called She's Crafty, like the Beastie Boys song. And it's purple. Yay! Spanish Peacock, Gourmet Stash, Dragonfly Fibers, Neighborhood Fiber Company, The Verdant Griffin, la 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 la. I think Knitty and Color is not going to be there. They were going to, but I think they had family issues and can't come. Sad face. But I'll find other stuff to spend my wool money on. And there is a fleece sale. I might be getting a new fleece. It's going to be great. Really looking forward to it. So if I see you there, I'll say hi. And that is it for the week. Alice is gone. I don't know where she is. It's kind of cold. She's probably napping inside. So have a fantastic rest of your week, and I will see you next week with all my spoils of Shenandoah. And until then, take care. Bye.